Guys, I am literally shaking as I make this video. What I discovered about Jimin and Jungkook's friendship will absolutely destroy your heart. If you're not emotionally prepared to have everything you believed about their bond completely shattered, click away now. But if you want to know the devastating truth behind the most heartbreaking betrayal in BTS history, stay with me because this will change everything. Hey beautiful souls, welcome back to my channel. Before we dive into this absolutely soul-crushing story, smash that like button if you're ready for the truth. Subscribe if you want more exclusive K-pop tea, and ring that notification bell because trust me, you do not want to miss what's coming next. For those who don't know the background, let me paint you a picture of something so beautiful it will make your heart ache. For 12 years, Park Jimin never missed wishing Golden Jungkook happy birthday. Not once, guys. 12 years. Through military service, through solo careers, through personal struggles, through everything, Jimin was always there on September 1st. This wasn't just some casual social media post. This was a sacred promise between brothers. Armies worldwide would literally wait for Jimin's birthday message because it was that consistent, that beautiful, that meaningful. It became one of the most cherished traditions in our fandom. But this year, guys, this year everything changed. September 1st, 2025, the day that broke millions of hearts worldwide, Jimin's social media stayed completely silent. No Instagram, no Twitter, no Weverse, nothing. The silence was so loud it was deafening. Armies were refreshing their feeds every 5 minutes, hoping, praying that maybe Jimin was just running late. But hours passed, then the entire day, and we all realized something absolutely devastating had happened. Now, what I'm about to tell you comes from multiple sources inside the industry who witnessed what happened behind closed doors. And guys, I'm warning you again, this is going to break your heart into a million pieces. It all started after their military service reunion in June. On the surface, everything looked perfect, right? BTS was back together, planning their 2026 comeback. But my sources tell me there were signs that something was very, very wrong between Jimin and Jungkook. Staff members started noticing that these two, who used to be inseparable, were now avoiding each other during private moments. When they did talk, there was this weird formality that had never existed before. People thought it was just readjustment nerves, but guys, it was so much worse than that. Here's where it gets absolutely heartbreaking. When Jimin got his historic MTV VMAs nomination, his first solo nomination ever, this should have been the moment when Jungkook, as his closest friend, celebrated with him, right? Wrong. According to my sources who were backstage during this period, Jungkook's reaction was ice cold. While other members posted supportive messages, while the entire K-pop industry celebrated this milestone, Jungkook stayed completely silent about Jimin's achievement. But it gets worse, guys. So much worse. In late August, just weeks before Jungkook's birthday, there was a BTS meeting about their album planning. And what happened in that room will absolutely destroy you. My source, who was actually present in that room, told me that Jungkook said things to Jimin that were so cruel, so cutting, that everyone else just sat there in shocked silence. He accused Jimin of being selfish and attention-seeking since coming back from military service. But here's the part that made me literally sick to my stomach. Jungkook told Jimin that his MTV VMAs nomination was just industry politics rather than real talent recognition. Can you imagine? Your best friend, your brother, dismissing your biggest achievement like that? And then he said the words that broke Jimin's heart forever. He told Jimin that he had changed and was no longer the person he used to care about. Guys, I had to pause recording this video multiple times because I kept tearing up thinking about how devastating those words must have been for Jimin. But wait, it gets even more heartbreaking. My sources revealed that Jungkook was talking behind Jimin's back to other industry people. At a networking event in August, he was reportedly bad-mouthing Jimin's solo work, calling it trying too hard to be different. When a journalist asked Jungkook why he hadn't supported Jimin's MTV VMAs nomination, his response was absolutely chilling. I support BTS, not individual ego trips. Are you kidding me? Jimin, who had supported Jungkook through everything, who had maintained their birthday tradition for 12 years, who had been nothing but loyal and loving, was being called an ego trip by his supposed best friend. And guys, it gets even more cruel. During Jimin's dating scandal with Song Do-eun, when he was dealing with vicious rumors and public scrutiny, when he needed his friends most, where was Jungkook? Nowhere. Instead of standing by Jimin's side, instead of offering support like a real friend would, Jungkook chose to distance himself even further. My sources tell me Jimin was seen crying after particularly difficult days, hoping for just one sign of support from Jungkook that never came. The absolute breaking point came during another group meeting in late August. When they were discussing Jimin's solo promotional activities, Jungkook made it crystal clear that he thought these individual pursuits were selfish and harmful to the group. Picture the scene: Jimin, who has given his heart and soul to BTS for over a decade, being told by someone he considered a brother that he needs to remember his place in the group and stop overshadowing other members. But the cruelest blow, Jungkook questioned Jimin's loyalty to BTS. He suggested that Jimin's behavior showed he cared more about personal fame than group success. And then he attacked the very core of who Jimin is as a person. Jungkook told Jimin that the person he used to know would never have become so self-centered and disloyal. Guys, I literally cannot imagine how those words felt coming from someone Jimin had loved unconditionally for 12 years. If someone you considered family, someone you had supported through everything, someone you had maintained beautiful traditions with for over a decade, suddenly turned around and questioned your character, your loyalty, your very essence as a person, how would you feel? After this devastating confrontation, Jimin needed several days away from group activities just to process the emotional damage. And during those days, he made the most difficult decision of his life. He realized that the birthday tradition, which had always been a symbol of their special bond, now felt hollow and one-sided. Why should he continue pouring love into someone who clearly didn't value that love? Why should he maintain a tradition with someone who had questioned his loyalty and attacked his character? This wasn't about being petty, guys. This wasn't revenge. This was about self-preservation. This was about protecting his mental health from further emotional abuse. After years of unwavering support, only to have that loyalty thrown back in his face, Jimin finally chose himself. So when September 1st came around, Jimin's silence wasn't cruelty. It was self-respect. It was the sound of someone finally protecting themselves after being hurt too many times by someone they trusted completely. My sources tell me that the aftermath of his birthday silence has created massive tension within the group. Other members have tried to mediate, but the damage is too extensive. You can't just apologize your way out of this level of betrayal. What makes this whole situation even more heartbreaking is that it was completely avoidable. If Jungkook had just supported Jimin's success the way Jimin had always supported his, if he had offered comfort during the dating scandal, if he had celebrated achievements instead of viewing them as threats. But he didn't, and now their beautiful friendship is destroyed. This situation shows us that even the strongest bonds can be shattered by jealousy, ego, and taking someone's love for granted. Jimin gave 12 years of consistent love and support, only to have it all dismissed and attacked when he needed that same support in return. What do you guys think? Was Jimin right to break the tradition? Should he have continued showing love to someone who clearly didn't appreciate it? Let me know in the comments, but please keep it respectful. The broken birthday promise represents something much bigger than a missed social media post. It's the death of trust, the end of unconditional support, and proof that sometimes we have to protect ourselves from people who don't deserve our love. Jimin's silence wasn't the breaking of a promise. It was Jungkook who broke the foundation that promise was built on. And honestly, good for Jimin for finally putting himself first. Sometimes, even sacred traditions must end when the person they were made for no longer deserves the love behind them. And maybe, just maybe, this wake-up call will make Jungkook realize what he's lost and how badly he's hurt someone who loved him unconditionally. If this video opened your eyes to what really happened, smash that like button and let me know what you think in the comments. Subscribe for more exclusive K-pop drama and theories, and ring that bell because I have even more shocking revelations about BTS coming soon. Thanks for watching, beautiful souls. Keep supporting Jimin, keep streaming his music, and remember, sometimes the most loving thing you can do is walk away from people who don't appreciate you. See you in the next video.